Once upon a time, on the morning of Christmas Eve, in the cave of Dancing Bear, who could, by the way, bake better than she could dance, and the grumpy Yogi Bear, who was grumpy because he wanted to be a great musician, but was forced to work in the fields all day long. Well, on this particular morning of Christmas Eve, Dancing Bear awakened the sleeping, grumpy Yogi Bear and said frantically, "Wake up, wake up! I got up to put on a pot of honey, and little Lacey's snowcat was gone, and I can't find her anywhere." So lo and behold, grumpy Yogi Bear and Dancing Bear ran about the cave crying, "Little Lacey Snowcat! Little Lacey Snowcat!" But she was nowhere to be found. Distraught and downcast, Dancing Bear said, "What are we going to do? It's Christmas Eve, and little Lacey Snowcat is gone." So grumpy Yogi Bear said, "We'll put out an ABB. That's an all-bear bulletin, don't you know? To all bears everywhere, to come and help us find the lost little Lacey Snowcat." And that's exactly what they did. And come they did, for miles around. Soon the cave was filled with bears, and even the two red-headed wood nymphs came to help. There was the great Ma Bear, who brought buckets of porridge to eat, and Pooh Bear, who lived on a boat, and Dr. Baby Bear, who tended all the animals of the forest, and her little boy bear friend, who helped her. And the other bears, Lady Tramp, who lived in a cardboard cave, and Hare Bear, who looked good even in the morning. Brit Bear came and mixed some of his special honey brew to go with the porridge. And the wicked Cartier, who was once the handsome and kind schoolmaster, but one day, after having some of Brit Bear's special honey brew, fell out of a tree and bumped his head. And he's been in a really bad mood ever since. And even the rich Jer Bear came and offered sleighs to everyone at $99 down. And with them all their great hunting dogs stood ready. Travis, Mariah, Abby, Pacer, Casey, and Bo. And Hare Bear's perfectly groomed Nikki and Tootsie. Oh, and don't forget, the two red-headed wood nymphs. Dancing Bear stood on her toes and said, "Little Lacey Snowcat has disappeared, and we must find her. It's Christmas Eve." So they all set out in different directions, some heading north, some heading south, some heading east, and some heading west, except for the two red-headed wood nymphs, who were busy eating Ma Bear's porridge and drinking Brit Bear's honey brew. Hey, where'd everybody go? The countryside was filled with the echoes of them, all crying, "Little Lacey Snowcat! Little Lacey Snowcat! Little Lacey Snowcat! Little Lacey Snowcat!" And the day grew long, and the searchers grew weary, as the sun faded behind the mountains, and they all returned, long-faced and mournful, because there was no sign of little Lacey Snowcat, nary even a paw print in the snow. Dejected and bedraggled, they sat quietly, except for the two red-headed wood nymphs, who were giggling uncontrollably for no apparent reason. Dancing Bear wept. "What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We can't have Christmas without little Lacey Snowcat." And they all were silent and hung their heads. Suddenly, a small meow from under the tree, and the Christmas presents began to stir, and out came little Lacey Snowcat with a little yawn and a big stretch. And with sleepy eyes, she said, "I'm hungry. And what are the wood nymphs doing here?" And with that, with one voice, all of the bears cheered, "Yabba dabba doo," and began to sing and to dance the mambo. Yogi Bear played the piano and wasn't even grumpy. Ma Bear cooked and served more porridge. Pooh Bear clapped his paws. Dr. Baby Bear and her little boy bear friend fed the dogs and neutered the wood nymphs. And the lady tramp held little Lacey Snowcat and said, "Oi, you scared your mother half to death, don't you know?" And Hare Bear sang in the beautiful tenor he was known for, while Brett Bear mixed more of his special honey brew and watched after Cartier, who appeared intent on climbing the Christmas tree. And Jer Bear, in the spirit of Christmas, offered a special, one-time only, 0% financing on a sleigh. Tax titles tags not included, limited to in-house stock only. And they all danced and sang for the rest of their bear lives, except for little Lacey Snowcat, who had 9.